Welcome in to another new podcast from Coatings Pro Magazine. My name is Ben Dubose, and I'm the news editor with the AMP publications team. AMP, of course, is the shorthand acronym for the Association for Materials Protection and Performance, of which Coatings Pro is a member magazine. Last week, I was out in Las Vegas along with other members of our team for the 2025 World of Concrete show. Each year, that's one of the biggest trade shows on the planet. It's got about 60,000 people coming in from all across the country and really all across the world. They also have about 1,500 exhibitors in the massive exhibit hall, both inside and outside at the Las Vegas Convention Center. For us at Coatings Pro, it's a great opportunity where we can connect with contractors, manufacturers, and vendors all throughout the chain as it pertains to the coating of concrete substrates. Each day on our Coatings Pro social media pages, we had a recap video spotlighting some of the highlights of the exhibit hall. And when we say highlights, we're talking about those people, those companies specifically of interest to our audience here at Coatings Pro. Anyway, as part of those videos, we did a small handful of interviews with people on the show floor to get a sense of really what their expectations are going into 2025. So we were talking about not only what each company was offering at the show, but also common pain points or questions that they would get from people stopping by their booths, what their expectations are, just a general overview pertaining to their business in the new year. We ran snippets of those interviews in the produced videos that you may have seen on our social media pages, platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, X. But here on our podcast channel, we have a little more room. So in audio form, we're going to play back each of those interviews in their entirety. So without any further delay, let's roll the tape. Ben Dubose, Coatings Pro Magazine, joined by Shannon O'Connell, Brand Safeway. Shannon, how's the 2025 World of Concrete show treating you?
The show's been excellent. We've had a lot of traffic through today, and it's just been an awesome show for our company.
So what are you showing off this year? What's new with Brand Safeway?
So we're heavily focused on innovation, but most importantly, I want to explain that this show is an excellent place for us to showcase our forming and shoring, which we have a ton of products that we offer to our customers. But when it comes to new products, we've done a lot of cool things with QuickDeck, our suspended access system. And then we have a couple other items such as our Spider SC1000, Voyager, that's our battery-powered hoist. Phenomenal new technology and new spaces that we're getting into. And then we have our Hydromobile M2 Summit, which is our part of our motorized access solution line. So we're showcasing those here, and with these interviews, we can really kind of push that out to the market so that people are aware and they can come by and learn more about those products.
So Brand Safeway is known for access logistics solutions. When people stop by the booth, what are the challenges that they're telling you they need help with?
Yeah, so in the industry, we're always looking for new ways to support our customers. When you think of the construction industry, one of the things that they really struggle with essentially is getting those projects completed on time. So we're always looking for innovative ways to be able to speed up that process. You can think of time as essentially a commodity or a cost to the project. So Brand Safeway can allow our customers to complete their projects faster in a high quality environment. It's just significant to them, right? So sometimes we don't bring down the cost, but we make our contractors more efficient, right? So that's a big deal in the industry as we look for new innovations that we can bring to this market.
So World of Concrete's just the first of many trade shows. This is basically trade show season. How valuable are shows like this to the business model and what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it's important that people understand the services that we bring. ENR just ranked us fifth out of the top 600 contractors. So ENR is the Engineer News Record magazine. So it's important that our customers understand that we can take care of them from the beginning to the end of the project. And we're also looking beyond that. So a lot of structures need to be maintained. So we want to make sure that if a customer needs support, they can tap into our huge network of 360 locations with 40,000 employees. And we also bring an expertise that maybe some of our customers aren't aware, and we can share that information for them to really help them make their projects super successful.
Ben Dubose, Coatings Pro Magazine, joined by Kaveh Megdadpour with Crown Polymers. Kaveh, welcome to World of Concrete Day 2. What's the show been like for you so far?
Yeah, it's been great. I've had a lot of traffic. We got a brand new booth here, displaying a lot of our high quality, high volume products. The response from attendees has been great. Everybody's looking for a high quality product that they can lay down on their customers' jobs and feel confident about the job that they're going to complete.
So 2025, what's new this year? What are you hearing when people come by your booth as far as what their needs are, their pain points? What are the common questions and talking points that you get?
Yeah, so obviously one of the most important things is price. Everybody has a little bit of uncertainty on what's going to happen with some of the import items, some of the raw materials coming from overseas, some of the products that currently have been coming in from overseas. So everybody's very price conscious right now. Everybody wants to make sure that that they're going to be able to partner with a company that's going to have material when they need it. It's going to be able to provide them with the support and training that they need. Price fluctuations, making sure that when they buy something that price stays consistent over time. So, that's kind of what we're hearing so far. Quality of products probably second to price points.
Yeah, and I guess 2025, there's an administration change here in the United States. I'm guessing it's, a big talking point this time of year.
It is. It is. Tariffs, the possibility of tariffs and how it affects some of our raw materials and some of the finished goods is a huge talking point. A lot of uncertainty. Crown being who we are and as large as we are, we have the ability to, basically source a lot of raw materials in bulk. So we hedge buy, which enables us to offer our customers a price advantage, price stability. So we won't be affected as much as some of our competitors were at this time, but, to be determined on what the long-term vision is.
So technically speaking, in terms of coatings, their properties, what are clients looking for these days?
Looking for durability and dependability. They want to know that when they go to a job site, they lay down the product, that it's going to lay down the way they expect it to, and that they won't have to ever go back or have warranty work or rework. So they want to know that the quality of product is there, that when they lay it, they won't have issues after the fact.
And what are some of the application challenges that you encounter when you're putting the products down? Because obviously, you can have all the technologies, but it comes down to how it's ultimately applied in terms of the success and the viability of it.
Yeah, it's 100% about the prep work, knowing the environment you're going to do the job in, understanding what the temperatures are. Is it going to rain? Have you done a good job of profiling your concrete? Have you got it nice and clean and profiled so that you get good adhesions of those products to the concrete? Is paramount.
And just overall speaking to this year's show, what are you seeing in terms of enthusiasm? How, fun is this environment for you?
World of Concrete is the best show. I mean, it's one of the largest here in Vegas. The excitement level, the show continues to grow back to where it was pre-COVID. There's a lot of enthusiasm. Floor coatings in general seem to be a very, very popular segment of the concrete world. So, we're excited. We've got a lot of new faces, a lot of new people getting into the business, which is exciting, which will allow us to help train them and get them up to speed on how Crown can benefit their business.
Ben Dubose, Coatings for Magazine, joined by Gil from Graco. Gil, tell us about how the show's going for you guys.
Been great. It's good to see that there's a lot of foot traffic. I think the markets are starting to come back around. People are excited to see new technology.
I know you've got a demo coming up later today. What are you all looking to show off?
So we're going to show off our new TrueMix. It's a variable ratio floor epoxy or just plural component flooring coating mixer. We have one showcased inside and outside of the show. But today we're going to actually run some live epoxy and show how easy it is to input the ratio of the material and how quickly it dispenses without any problem at all, and just really quick.
What's special about this? What's new?
So there's nothing like it in the market. It's variable ratio, meaning no matter what the ratio of the material that the end user wants to put in, they just need to simply key it into the control box, do a quick ratio check, and it's done.
What are you hearing from clients or potential clients about this?
So they're excited. They want to see it on the job. A lot of folks have been saying that they've got big jobs lined up here when the season starts to pick off around April, going through into October. We're seeing a lot of people already inquiring and scheduling demos. Our sales force is eager to get out there. As soon as this cold gets over us, we're ready to rock.
Any tips and tricks as far as application and usage?
Yeah, I mean, you want to make sure that your material is clean.
Yep.
You want to make sure that all the people that are going to touch the machine are trained. And as long as you bring one into your equipment fleet, give your Graco representative an hour of your time to go over the machine, it's that quick and easy.
And I'm guessing anybody that wants to learn more, reach out to you, company, social media.
Yeah, you could go directly to the Graco website and click on end user support, and they'll dispatch a Graco representative like myself wherever you are in the country.
Good stuff. Ben Dubose here with Coatings Pro. We're joined by Kirk Stokes of Key Resin Company. Kirk, welcome to World of Concrete. Tell us a little bit about your company and what you guys do.
So Key Resin and Flow Resin, we have two companies together. We are owned by RPM Group, and we basically manufacture coatings for concrete. Walls, floors, beautiful things like terrazzo, and down and dirty, food and beverage, kind of all of that in between.
So today's your first day of World of Concrete.
Yes.
Looks pretty busy.
Yep.
What are some of the talking points when you have people over to your booth? What are you trying to tell them, and what are they telling you that they need?
Well, typically in our industry, moisture vapor problems are the big problem. Moisture coming from underneath, your floor bubbles and blisters, and that's a big problem. So in the last few years, urethane cement's come on big. So we're talking a lot about urethane cement. But we also talk a lot about some of our decorative things. But really, the moisture vapor and the urethane cement is a big talking point.
Yeah. Well, what are some of the challenges when it comes to urethane cement, the technologies? And, I know you've got a lot of things on your plate that you're using to try and mitigate those.
Well, because a lot of people have grown up doing epoxy.
Right.
Totally different. So, if you go out and have 4 guys on a crew, you need 6 guys for urethane cement. And the temperature, you have to tell a general contractor at 90 degrees, I'm not putting that stuff down. So their challenges are, you got to have more people, and you got to have that building more climatized so it's user friendly.
You got a big booth here. I know some of this is not telling. You also want to show. What are you showing to sort of make that case, to make that pitch?
Well, we have like our video here that runs all the time is awesome.
Okay.
That's urethane cement right there. So a lot of people don't understand, like, you look at all the drum mixers we got and stuff. The videos are awesome, and we run them nonstop, and it really shows how you can do it. So I think that's, a lot of people like to come and just watch the video, and they learn a lot.
But how many people from Key Resin do you guys have here?
So we have headquarters in Batavia, Ohio, which is Cincinnati, and then I have a plant in Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
So combined, we probably have about 8, 9 guys here representing Phoenix.
Yep.
Or representing Key Resin.
And how important is a show like this to actually get out and have, the whole industry get together in one location?
It's important from 2 sides. Number 1, to meet new people. But number 2, we do a lot of dinners at night and just a lot of gathering.
Sure.
So a lot of times we're just meeting our customers we deal with all the time, but we get to meet them in one place. So that's awesome. But I mean, so far today's been great. I mean, we've had a lot of new people come in and stuff.
Ben Dubose, Coatings Pro Magazine, here with Chris O'Brien of Polymer Nation. We're at the 2025 World of Concrete Show. Chris, welcome. How's your first day in Las Vegas?
It's been good. It's been exciting to see all the people. It's fun to see everyone back together and be able to show all the new things that we're working on.
Absolutely. So what at Polymer Nation are you guys excited about this year? When somebody comes up to your booth, what are the things that you're telling them about?
Yeah, so we really worked hard not to show what everyone else is showing. So you won't see flake, you won't see metallics. We've been working really hard on a polyaspartic, we call it Forever White Polyaspartic Terrazzo.
Okay.
So it's a terrazzo, it's not hand troweled, it's all slurry mix, but it does not amber, which is really cool. 1,300 hours in a QUV, does not turn yellow. So we're excited about that. And we have a new line called Polyscapes, which is a new decorative line, very simple to install, can go into a flexible system or 100 solids polyaspartic. Can be one day, can be, it can be multiple day, but really it gives a lot of room to configure the kind of projects that you're working on and have an aesthetic look that isn't flake or metallic.
Okay. So who are your typical customers?
We only sell through distribution.
Okay.
So our goal is to work with the best distributors. We want to work with people that, no offense against the garage floor guys, but we're nice guys and we're coating guys. So we really want to go deeper. So we're looking for guys that want to do everything from containment to traffic coating, to decorative finishes, to terrazzos, vertical and horizontal. Yeah, so kind of a wider swath of a little more highly skilled requirements for installation.
Any specific pain points or feedback that you get from them as far as what they need?
A lot of it is being in Chicago is when the wintertime comes, trying to get product out of Chicago. But what we've been able to get through there so far, no. The feedback on the product line has been great. And the pricing on the raw materials has been pretty stable, which is encouraging. Hopefully it'll stay that way. It's been a great show. Kudos to everybody out here. Kudos to you guys for making people like me known to other people and listeners. So thank you.
That's Chris O'Brien, Polymer Nation. Ben Dubose, Coatings Pro Magazine, joined by Kevin Morris of PPG. Kevin, thanks for walking us to your booth. How's the show been going for you?
Show's going well. A lot of traffic, a lot of engagement from the customers as you're coming through here. It's been a little bit peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
This year compared to like last year, it was constant traffic. It's a little bit more peaky, but the weather's better outside. I think a lot of people are engaged in the outdoor booths.
Very true. So World of Concrete 2025, there's a lot of new technologies in the industry. What are people wanting to talk about entering this new year?
It's a little bit all over the board, believe it or not. A lot of conversations around chemical resistant coatings and linings like secondary containment or process floors, new technologies. The big trend in our industry has always been speed. Like, how fast can I do the project? How fast can I return it to service? So that fits the bill with things like MMAs and urethane concrete to urethane cements.
Yep.
So a lot of discussion around those.
So when people stop by the PPG booth specifically, what are some of the PPG technologies that they want to know about?
Really, it's our NovaGuard line of chemical resistant technologies. It's our 700 series urethane cements. We do have a new flexible MMA, works great in like stadiums, anything where you're going to see some concrete movement, parking garages, things of that nature. Really fast return to service.
What are some of the application benefits? Because ultimately, all these technologies are only as good as the way they're applied. So what are some of the common questions there, and how do you all try to resolve them?
Well, I think the biggest trend that you see in floor coatings is trying to eliminate concerns with moisture mitigation or moisture vapor transmission through a slab. Urethane cement has been a trend to eliminate that, kind of that one-step process where I don't have to use a moisture-tolerant primer and then build my system on top of it. I can put that down. I don't even have to do MVT testing. So that's still a trend that is a lot of conversation that we have.
Got one more day here at the show. For anyone that has not stopped by the PPG booth, why should they do it on Thursday?
Really, I would tell you it's the toolbox that we have in our product portfolio. Any challenge that you're going to encounter out in the industry, we've got a solution for it. And I think that people need to know the breadth of our flooring solutions.
Excellent. Ben Dubose, Coatings Pro Magazine, joined by Leah Barker of Quick Spray. Leah, we just went through a demo. Tell us what we saw.
We were shooting some Quikrete carve mix onto Foxblock's walls. So we were using our carousel pump to put the mud up on the wall, and then Richard Wingett was carving it afterwards.
What are some of the benefits of that as far as the technology, the process? Walk us through, I guess, what it's like and what the advantages are.
Sure. Our pump is really easy to use. It's very versatile. It's great because it can put the fibers and aggregate in it, and it does not ruin the pump. It will run dry as well. And then the cleanup process is easy. A sponge in a water, and that is it.
What types of questions and feedback do you get from people that are watching the demos and wanting to learn more about it?
A lot of questions are on how far it can go and how far up it can go. So it is a beautiful pump for patching. So we like 25 feet to 50 feet, but it all depends on the material that is being used as well.
Yep. So what's the show been like for you? This is day 2. It seems pretty busy. How successful has it been?
It's been great. It's a great opportunity. The show has been great this year. Today's been a really good turnout. A lot of people out on the floor wanting to see the products in action.
All right, that'll do it for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed that wrap up of the 2025 World of Concrete show. And we do want to thank all of those interview guests for taking the time to chat with us and for welcoming us to their booths in the exhibit hall. For us here at Coatings Pro and AMP, I do want to stress that World of Concrete is just the start of what's basically known as trade show season over the first few weeks and months of 2025. We'll have a presence at many other industry shows coming up, including the International Roofing Expo, Spray Foam, the AMP Annual Conference in Nashville in early April, and more. For an updated list, you can just check out the events page at our website, coatingspromag.com, or in the latest print or digital issue of Coatings Pro. The AMP events page at the association's website, www.amp.org, ampp.org, also has some of that information. I also want to add that beyond simply getting interviews from the conference itself that we can post in real time, as a magazine, we really value these in-person meetups because they're just a great resource for how we can develop future articles and case studies that should be of value to our readership for future issues and online updates throughout the entire year and beyond. With all that said, that will do it for today's episode, our first of the 2025 calendar year. We hope each of you are having a nice start to your year, and we also hope that you please keep checking back with the Coatings for Interview series wherever it is that you listen to your podcast. Have a great day.